Hello, my YouTube family. Hope everybody's blessed and that you are being a blessing to someone else. I am coming now with a wonderful devotion from In Touch magazine by Dr. Charles Stanley. Today's date is October the 29th. Scripture readings will be found at 2 Corinthians 8, 1 to 15, and yearly reading will be found at Luke 20 and 22. It says, characteristics of a generous spirit. 2 Corinthians 8, 1 to 15. When we hear of a need, it may be that our desire is to give, but our bank account convinces us doing so is impossible. Though we know generosity should characterize believers, sometimes it seems the only way to be generous is to be wealthy. The Christians in Macedonia proved this isn't the case. And using them as a model of open-handedness, Paul motivated the Corinthians to follow through on their original commitment to support the church in Jerusalem. The example of the Macedonians in today's passage helps us identify the characteristics of generosity. First, there was a generous person who is sensitive to the need of others. The Macedonian believers' own troubles didn't prevent them from feeling compassion for the needs of others. The second thing they had was a generous spirit sees needs as opportunities. The Macedonian Christians begged Paul to let them help support the saints in Jerusalem. The third thing they had was liberality. Yeah, excuse my pronunciation, flows from a life yielded to God. These believers first gave themselves to the Lord in obedience to His will. A generous spirit has nothing to do with how much money we have. Rather, it has to do with how much the Lord has of us. When we are fully surrendered to Him, He provides the grace we need in order to share what we have, whether time, treasure, or talent. So God is saying to that back then, it's like the Macedonian church, they wanted to help, and they wasn't a rich church, I guess. And so Paul was just telling them that a generous person, that when you give from the heart, you're giving. Whether it's your time, it don't always have to be money, whether it's being there for a person. And if you got the money to give, then give. But he's saying that generosity comes from that person that has sensitive to the needs of others. They have a heart, they want to help others. And they also have this opportunity to come up. They try to help any way they can. And so we ought to be like that and be willing to give.